Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Akbar Afridi, and today we are going to study narrative composition. A narrative composition tells a story or gives an account of some event. These are examples of narrative topics. Write a story about a person who helped an enemy or somebody he or she disliked. Second topic is describe an attempted robbery at a bank or shop. Assume that you were an eyewitness. C. Give an account of your first day at a new school. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you what narrative composition is. In narrative, you have to tell a story according to the topic. For example, the last topic was give an account of your first day at school. So you have to tell that how since the beginning, since the day, from the time you woke up till the time you sleep. For example, you would say I woke up at 6 p.m. I was somebody are excited, some people are excited, some students are not excited. You might say like if you would be a different person, so we might say that I wasn't too much excited because being like staying for 4 or 5 years at home and then suddenly going to somewhere was a difficult um, experience for me and very different. And this is how it went all. Then you have to say I was crying, I wasn't ready to accept that I will have to leave the home. You have to tell about your feelings, you have to tell your emotions, you have to tell the what has been happened to you, what how was your behavior with others, was others behavior with you. So all these things. Okay, make up a plot. Making up a plot. In C, we do not need a plot. We can either remember what happened or make it up easily. Yes, like sometimes when you get realistic stories, which are called non-fictional stories, so you didn't need to like develop a plan or use your brain too much. Just start writing, and everything which comes to your mind that had been with you, just write that. In B, the question was describe an attempted robbery at a bank or shop. Assume that you were an eyewitness. Okay, we can also make up the events perhaps by remembering a report in a newspaper or a film on television. However, in A, we may have to make up a plot. There is a plot in any original short story or novel. Okay, for narrative, let me give you an idea. You could The easy way to write a narrative is that what you do, study a novel or any story, or just read 5 to 6 narratives written by other students or just writers, experienced and expert writers. Study that, read that, practice it, and just go make some differences in that and just write it. You could score well. Score well. Think about somebody in trouble. Perhaps he is too ambitious or jealous. Perhaps he has had a quarrel with a friend. Perhaps his house is on fire or flooded. Then the rest of the story is how the person gets out of trouble. Okay, so in narrative, you have to describe your characters. You have to put there should be main characters, two, three, or even one. More than that, you make that characters in trouble. Um, Make them like too much in trouble that they couldn't even escape from that. Okay, then what you should do, um, gradually take them towards that the problem is getting solved, the issue is getting solved. And lastly, and just you could say happy ending, or even sometimes mysterious ending, suspicious ending. Like you would say, for example, there's a wolf and he is tolerating too much pressure, and he's beaten by his master, and eventually he runs, so it is suspicious ending. Okay, dialogue. A story is more interesting if you use dialogue. Yes, using dialogues, like in between the story you could use characters which could talk with in between them. Remember to use speech forms. Make your characters talk naturally. Start a new paragraph each time a different person speaks. Here is an example based on A above. We were just getting ready to go to bed when there was a knock on the door and then another. The knocking continued urgently and loudly. I guessed that somebody was in trouble. I opened the door and saw a neighbor, Mrs. Lee. What's? I started to ask. Yes, so that's how. And uh, is written composition. Short descriptions. You have to describe the features and of people, feelings of others, they what they were feeling at different points of the story, how was the background, how was the surrounding, even the temperature or the weather also depends in your story. Characters, as I said, characters are also the important part of the story. So that's all for narrative composition, and I hope you like the video. Thank you for listening.